Burton Dodson lived as a sharecropper. He was involved with a black lady. A male white man was also involved with her. A group of people, a posse of people, went out to his home riding horses, and some even climbed into trees and started firing on his little shack of a house. And Burton Dodson and his two sons, in an attempt to protect themselves, attempted to fire back. Shortly after, the posse of people dispersed, and Mr. Dodson felt that something must have occurred, that they were leaving so hurriedly. It was found one of their fellows was found shot down the hill below Burton Dodson's home. He left out of his home and decided to just escape. And he was discovered in East St. Louis, Missouri, about 20 years later. Was brought back to Fayette County to stand trial because of the death of that man.
On April 14, 1959, the Burton Dodson trial begins in Fayette County, Tennessee. Black citizens learn a very valuable lesson.
Burton Dodson had escaped in 1940, was back in 1959. The African American community was very proud of the fact that Dodson fought back that night for people who really came to kill him.
Estes was a black Afro-American lawyer from Memphis, Tennessee, that Burton Dodson's family employed to represent Burton Dodson.
After the 13th Amendment, which freed formerly enslaved people, they had nowhere to go and they had no resources. So one of the ways that they coped with it was to become sharecroppers. And even the courts in the 1800s recognized that sharecropping was a vestige of slavery. That in fact, the conditions of sharecropping were unfair to the sharecropper.
Okay, sharecropping is the white man owned the land, and he furnished maybe the seeds to plant it with, and the mule or tractor, whatever you applied with, and you furnish the labor, and he gets half of it. Then you got to pay whatever it costs you to feed your family that year. You got to pay for it out of your half. Then you got to pay him interest on the money that you borrowed to feed your family through the year. That's what sharecropping is all about. The white man gets half of the crop after it's made. Well, me and John McFerrin was the main two people there, and also Shepherd Toad was there. And they didn't have enough money to pay the recorder. And at 12 o'clock, we got around at lunchtime, we got around there and raised enough money to hire the recorder for that evening to record Dodson's trial.
And this disturbed John McFerrin and Hopman Jameson, that there were no black people registered to vote, and as a result, this Afro-American was tried and charged with the murder of this person. And many other people who attended the trial said that there was not sufficient evidence presented to convict Burton Dodson.
Well, when I was in service, the men from different city, they know that we didn't register and vote here in Tennessee, in Fayette County anyway. And they would joke us about what was we doing over there if we couldn't register and vote. And we said fighting for our country. And he said, you ain't got no, they said you ain't got no country, you don't register.
We have to remember that the struggle for the right to vote in
when they were told after they harvested their crops that we don't need you anymore, you've got to move. Many of them didn't have anywhere to go, but they had to get off their land. And that's when many of them came to the Civic League and said, they put me off the land. They say I did something I shouldn't have done. I registered to vote, and I don't have anywhere to go.
This caused the attorney Estes came in asking questions to see if these people would follow the law of the land about registering and voting. And from that, the formation of the league started.
In February 1961, leaders of the movement established the original Fayette County Civic and Welfare League to coordinate their civil rights strategies and actions.
But after they went to the polls to vote, and they were not able to vote, 9 or 10 men filed a federal suit against the election commission. The suit was filed in November. They started putting people off the farm shortly after that.
When they kicked them off the land, they had to go to the tents.